People not what they say they are. No.
What do you mean by people are not who they say they are?
Most people will say they're your friends, but they really not. So you can't really trust people these days. So,
Why you can't trust something that you don't understand? How do you know if a person is being fake? And how do you know if you should understand that meaning that they're being fake versus maybe I'm just reading too much into it?
um, I don't know. You go through it more than once. The main thing people should focus on is themselves. So you can't really say. Focus on yourself.
Focus on yourself.
Hmm.
Okay, well, I have a team member, a guest team member. You'd probably like to hear. Most definitely, you 9 times like to hear and stuff. I'm pretty sure he can elaborate more onto what you're saying. If you can go ahead and take this one.
How you doing? How you want to expand on this?
Expanding, opening her mind to who she is, because like she's the type of person that is like she's quick to snap. She's like a firecracker. You know, you snap her, she's gonna pop. But then when she pops, she's gonna continue to pop. It's like a never-ending pop. Even if she do even hear a suggestion or understanding from even from a friend and stuff, she's gonna continue to pop. That type of aspect.
Can't control the temper.
There you go.
Well, it's more so about how you see things. I mean, because the goal in this lifetime is, everybody talk about this perfect world. Everybody should be nice and everybody should be loving, but it ain't gonna never happen. And some of us get numb to the fact of people ain't shit really. At the end of the day, ain't none of us shit when it comes down to using people for what we want. Hmm. But that's the name of the game. Our society ain't about love and prosperity and none of that stuff. Our society is based off power, based off domination and power. The love and the fairy tale story, that's just a veil and a facade. Cause without the power, we nobody know nothing about that.
Are you still with us?
Hmm.
It's kind of like earlier, you know, I kind of see her perception in the sense where it's like I told you earlier, I came to the conclusion that I don't really have no friends. You like the only person I really call a friend. Other than that, everybody else to me just associates at the end of the day. But that's a mechanism I put in place to protect myself at the end of the day. It's not that I don't fuck with people, or it's not that I don't have friends. Like some people would be like, I got friends that do heroin. And people be like, how could you hang out with somebody that do heroin and all such stuff? I don't do it. That's what he wanted to do. That's his problem. That's those his demons at the end of the day. But the friendship me and him got for what we got, it is what it is.
Got my boy Don here, my right hand man on the chat here. I have also Camille. She's also giving her expectations on, the whole idea of a friend, fake friend, and fake family member. And we would like to welcome Tashiana to the group, to this meeting here at the
How you doing? How
moment.
you doing?
Hi.
All right. So we was in the middle of a discussion about fake friends and fake family members, and
I know about that.
yeah, I'm sure you do.
Fake friends and family for me, I mean, I've experienced it a lot. I realized that a lot of those things can come for different reasons. You can have people envious of your career status. You can have people that's envy of just who you are as a person, how you get down. Like I'm a very confident, person, although, everybody had their own insecurities and whatnot. But I'm very strong-minded, I really don't wear my heart on my sleeve like that. So, it's kind of hard to penetrate me emotionally. I've had people that's just, they seem confrontational because sometimes it could be you too. Like depending on what age group you in, you may feel like a person's fake family friends, but they actually trying to they may be exercising tough love. But if we just strictly talking about real fake friends and family, I think that you're more susceptible to be hurt by family because they pull on your heartstrings, you know? You love your whoever, you know, versus a person on the street, you like, fuck that bitch, you know? Whatever. But you can't necessarily do that to a person you got to see at grandma's birthday party, you know, your mama's party. It's a different dynamic. But what I have done is I don't let them pull on my heartstrings. I treat them just like outside people if that's how they act. Because you have to be able to keep yourself at a certain point with them. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because at the end of the day, you have to protect yourself. So that's how I feel about it. Now, if you want to go deeper into it, it's a whole bunch of things that you could explore.
Well, yeah, that's true. You're right on that part. You know, it's a lot of different topics you can explore on that aspect with it, and then and how you just stated that was great. That was great. You have another thing that you got going on at the moment, don't you? You have a podcast you're trying to do, right?
Yes, I do. It's called Devil's Advocate. I'm waiting for a very special first guest. So I'm waiting to see if that guest will, want to do it. If they don't, then I'll probably, get someone else.
Got you. Okay.
If you need to borrow some money, if two people supposed to call themselves friends and somebody want to borrow some money and then they like want more back, but they can call themselves your friend. Well, that could be a protection thing too at the end of the day, because maybe they got fucked over by a lot of people. But as a friend, I wouldn't do that to my friend. If whatever I lend you, you just give me back whatever I lent you when you got it back.
But most friends wouldn't even look at it like that. Some friends will look at it more as into, you need to give me all them ducats. I need all them back. How do you understand a friend from that part?
I mean, some people don't separate. Some people separate business and friendship, and they think money is business at the end of the day. They got to spend their energy to make the money, so it's business at the end of the day.
True. That is like basically, I'm gonna give you an apartment. You can stay in there, and I charge you this is net, but then you end up turning back around and saying, no, I can't afford this, I can't afford that, and I'm gonna be short on my rent, and woo.
I got a personal story, for example, with that,
Go ahead.
and this with family at the end of the day. I ain't saying no names or nothing, but when I moved here, I had a family member that was moved here with me or whatever, and we were supposed to be splitting the rent until everybody got on their feet, and when we got here, they spent all their money up and didn't save money, and they didn't have no money. So then I had to lend them money and pay their way. And then when it came down to time to get in the house to rent, I had to put down all the money for the house and everything, and to get the deposits for the light bills and all the stuff. They didn't pay nothing at the end of the day. And then a few months down the road, they figured that it was too much. Splitting everything was too much, and they were just finna leave and just go get their own place. It wasn't even gonna tell us nothing. And then they end up leaving, and then we actually had to pay the landlord extra money to break the contract at the end of the day. And they like, well, we'll pay you half of it, because that was all our agreement when we first moved in and everything. And then they ain't gave me nothing. And they ain't had buku money since then. Ain't gave me nothing, but keep trying to start stuff with me so they don't have to give me nothing.
I feel like if someone owes you money, if they're behind or whatever is going on, they should let you know that. That's how you will know if they're your friends. Because I had someone borrow money from me and never paid me back. And I tried to see if they would at least be honest with me, and they couldn't be honest with me or even give half back. I'm not going to ask you or talk to you about my money. That's why I don't like helping people.
I had this one dude I met when I first moved out here to Arizona. I was buying weed. I was going to him faithfully, spending like $150 every week, faithfully going to buy weed from him, whatever. And I know that me being a loyal customer like that, that was helping him out in some way, shape, or form. So one time I was getting off work, I had just got my check, and I had split the money up, but I had accidentally put like I think I accidentally put $100 in with 250s, and I just gave him the money because I was just moving too fast. So I realized that I had gave him more money than what I was supposed to give him. So I called him back. I'm like, "Did I leave you that? Did I give you those 250s with that?" And he was like, "No." I knew he wasn't gonna say yeah because his girl be thirsty for money and stuff. So he was like, "I'm thinking he gonna be a real nigga because I fuck with him and all that." You know what I'm saying? I was trying to help him out with different things on some conscious shit and vegan shit. And he was like, "No, I ain't got it," and all this other stuff. But I know he had it. So I told him, I'm like, "Man, you gonna lose a loyal customer and a friend over $100, and that's gonna hurt your pockets way more than just giving me the $100 back." So I ain't talked to dudes. I ain't talked to dudes since. You know, I could have been ignorant, could have acted a fool or whatever. But you know what I'm saying? I'm working, I'm getting money and shit. So that little $100, fuck it, you ain't getting no more money from it.
Damn.
I will say with your first example about the apartment, it's like peeping game. You know what I'm saying? Like, unfortunately, it sounds like that person already had planned on doing that shit anyway. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
They
and they
planned
did.
on doing you that way through the door.
And
So
it was family too.
yeah, see, that's what I mean. You have to be able to cut that off. Just cut it off. You know, when you see things going that direction, don't feel guilty about cutting it off. Because if you confront people most of the time, they'll retreat off the bullshit that they own.
Right.
If you confront them.
I mean, it is what it is. I know they ain't gonna give me the money. I ain't tripping about it. And it was like, it was probably like $3,000-4,000.
Stop being nice.
Damn.
That's a lot of money right there.
Fuck.
Yeah, that's why I do make that song. Everybody ain't your friend. Everybody ain't your partner. That apply to family too.
Like Kevin Gates said, protect me from my friends because I can handle my enemies.
True that.